How you doing, everybody? It's your boy Chapo at Doka3D, and this is Mama de Mamaj. We were trying to do an unboxing, and Instagram just completely quit on us and deleted the initial video. So what's going on? Let me just stand right here for a second. You'll see in the background a video playing of Mamaj giving a detail of how to use a longer LK4 printer that I used to have. Long story short, Dora Ding from Fokoos caught whiff of the video. She thought it was so cute. She asked me if I was a Fokoos owner. I said yes. I showed her my machine, and she goes, "Well, do you think your daughter would enjoy one?" I said, "Well, yeah. You know, she's young and starting to get into all this other stuff. Send it right in." So, how far did we get before Instagram quit? We took it out of the foam casing, the initial box, and the initial packaging box, manufacturing packaging box. Let me get everything out of the way so we don't fall. Lord knows I don't need any injuries right now. Okay. So, this is where the video broke. So, Mamaj, how do you like the way that it was packaged?
It was pretty good because nothing was broken or anything.
And the one thing is, when mine shipped, it shipped in the same thing. It was a bigger box and a smaller box inside. So there's wiggle room. And we already know that some shipping companies, their employees aren't that nice. So anyway, mine broke. The side flap, right here, the seam gave in, which means, somebody gave it some force, and and it busted the side of the box. But the foaming was so well done that when it got here, nothing was missing, nothing was broken. True story. Watch my videos. Join the unofficial Minda group. You'll see that when every Minda, every single one, it doesn't matter. I went through 10 of them. Knobs were missing, something was broken, something was bent. Why? Because that's poor packaging. These units, UPS, when they tossed it, busted up the box, but the foam packaging, it hugged it tight. Nothing broken, nothing missing. And this thing, I've only leveled it once since I got it. And still printing like a champ. Why? Because of the thick springs that it has. Anyway, this is about you. Instagram failed us, but I hope my battery lasts in this video so we can post it later. All right, Mama. So, you like the packaging. All right, now we're gonna have to put it together, okay? Here are the accessories. Can you read that? What does it say?
Accessories. We're gonna get the photo out.
That's right. So yours has sample feel, like perfect. Put it on the table. Get that out of the way. Do not let us trip on it. Now, this is what I love about this printer. Not only does it fold, all right, look at that. Not only does it fold, stay right here real quick. I'm gonna look at the camera. Make sure we can see everything. Yay! Everything's good. All right.
I'll open this later.
So, all right, let me show this real quick. So this printer, see this? It folds. So that means I can put it in my pocket.
No, your pocket's too small.
All right, so it's collapsible, which means I can take it easier with me then. I got it right. So, but the second feature that I didn't know when I bought this machine is, believe it or not, it's Wi-Fi capable. It's Wi-Fi capable. So that means I can download an app on my phone and I can almost have prompter face capabilities. I can control the Z-axis, the gantry, and whatnot. Also, like this is one of my dead Mindas. Yes, I've emailed support. Anyway, look how small it is compared to this machine. Look at that. And it's the same print factor, same form factor. And this is my Vox Lab, and this is the same size as my Ender 3s, Ender 3 Pro. And it's still smaller than that. And the build volume is bigger on the Fokoos. This is 220 by 220 by 250. That's 235 by 235 by 250. So, all right, let's go ahead and put this together. What is in this box here? You need both hands.
So, whatever.
Why don't you go throw your trash out and then come back? Hurry up.
Alright.
We have an extra ribbon cable for the X gantry, or for the hot end, I should say. So if the one that you have for some reason breaks, they at least include a spare. Oh, what was this?
PLA.
Look at the camera. What was this?
PLA.
Speak louder.
Testing PLA.
There you go.
And then whatever this is.
So you gotta project your voice.
Whatever this thing
No,
is happening.
ask me.
What is this?
Spool holder. Now look at the camera and say,
It's a spool holder.
there you go.
And then the spatula. Screwdriver and
Look at the camera.
the screwdriver and
Allen keys.
Allen keys.
It comes with a straight wrench, 3 straight wrenches, and 4 Allen keys.
And then a
How do you? What do they teach you how to hold scissors in school?
model.
You know where you're trying to cut this one out. When you pull it out, yes, hold it from the sides. All right.
And then
Straight shears.
straight shears.
Mhm.
And then this is probably to connect.
Louder.
And then this is probably to connect with Wi-Fi.
Probably. Oh, who's standing next to you?
This
This is a USB cable to connect your printer to your computer, so you can either connect it with your slicer, like Cura, Prusa slicer, or whatever slicer you have, and you can send it commands. Look, so you can print like we're printing now, or you can do what's called prompter face. And prompter face, it allows you to move this. This is called your gantry, and this is called your X-axis. So in prompter face, I can command this to go up and down, and I can measure how far apart the motors are from each other, and I can make them better or worse. But we don't want to make it worse. We always want to make it better, right? All right.
and then what is this? I forgot.
This is a needle. The reason why they include this needle is if, say you're printing something, and it stops, but the motor's moving, you have filament, it's still getting hot. Sometimes it gets what's called clogged. So what you do is you take this needle, and on the bottom, and very carefully with an adult, poke it, and sometimes it'll start to push the filament back out again.
Only adults. Oh, I think one of the things.
What?
One of the what's it called?
Allen keys. That's right. I'm trying to show her that you don't say or what is it? I don't know. No. We have resources. We have Google. We have Daddy. We have the instruction manual. You know, life isn't, I don't know. Life is, we need to learn. If you don't know now, you can still learn. Shoot, I'm 40 years old with autism and I'm learning to do all this stuff. Is it hard? Yeah. It's not for the faint of heart. But if you put effort in it, you'll learn a lot.
And then there's hexagon head screws.
There you go. Yeah. See, she has no idea what these are. Not a clue. But what did she do? Read the label. That's exactly what I was just saying. Life isn't, oh, well, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's, I don't know. No. What is this? What is this? This is a power cable capable of 115 to 220 volts, connected in US plugs.
And then these are things that push the filament out.
Things? What did we just say? These are called nozzles.
They push the filament out.
No. This is a volcano nozzle. It's different from other ones because it's longer. What happens is it goes through a square. That's called the heater block. Okay, you see how long it is? That's exactly how thick that square is. The thicker the square, the hotter it is from here to here, which means you're able to push filament faster. When you have a good extruder, the extruder pushes, this melts. Do you want to be pushed or melted? I don't want to be either. All right, so let's get on with this. So what accessories came with it? What is this?
PLA, hexagon
Screws.
head screws,
Straight wrench
straight wrench, 3 straight wrenches,
and Allen keys.
and Allen keys, and
Extra hot end nozzle.
extra hot end nozzle,
What is this called? Straight
straight
shear.
shear,
You almost had it.
and then a spatula, and then a
What is this called? This plug right here. You know what this is?
USB.
Yeah.
Because I saw it on here, so I thought.
Ah, you cheated. Whatever. But it works again. She didn't know. I don't know. She looked around and figured it out. Yes, I love that. Problem solving. Good job. Yes. Good. You know what? I like that. You're like, oh, USB. It triggered it. And what are these called?
Instructions.
Folks, she's doing better than me right off the bat. All
And
right.
then this.
Oh, correct. That is,
Wait, don't.
oh my gosh, that is a hot end cable. All right. That controls the extruder, the hot end, the filament runout sensor, and being that this has auto load, meaning you press a button and it does it for you. That's what that sensor is for. And this cable handles power and data. Say power.
Power and data.
There you go.
And it's right here.
Yeah, I was holding this like this because I didn't, I don't ever hold scissors in front of anybody.
So this thing connects from here, which goes here.
That's a data cable, correct.
Goes
Data ribbon. Come on,
there.
come on. This isn't mine. I'm only helping.
I wanna get this thing on.
No, not yet. Because that protects. So, here's what we have to do next. Ready? Another selling point, and I'm sorry this is taking long, but another selling point about this machine, being that it folds and it has the Wi-Fi, only 4 small screws. Set this up and you're up and running. Not that yes, sweetie. Let's get the screws. This one.
Oh, this.
This. Give me this.
4.
Grab one, and then you gotta match the Allen key that fits it. Don't worry about the PLA, it's not in the way. Ah, that rhymes. I'm gonna play a beat in the back. That PLA is not in the way. No, alright.
Not right now.
Alright, so what are we doing here? Okay. So, what we have to do, this here is called the gantry. Alright? and this is the base. So we had to get this gantry vertical. And how do we hold it up? Screws. Now you see these holes right here?
Yeah.
There's another one there. That's how simple it is, folks.
So don't be scared to get
There's
one.
a screw hole here, screw hole up top.
Then this one is too small. So this goes together.
Right? You gotta put one where it goes.
Wait, this one, right? This one, right?
I'm gonna teach you a trick.
I need this.
I'm gonna teach you a trick. You see how far you have to go? You see how small this is? It makes no sense, right? If you hold it, no. You hold it this way. All right, let's say that's the right size. Okay, put your legs like that. Let's say this is the right size. See how long that is? This way, or this way, you'll always fight with. Use the long side. Right?
This
No. The other way. Let's teach you another trick. No, it's not fighting you. It's because you haven't learned the trick yet. Ready? Again, long way. Don't fight it. See how I'm not using any force? With my fingers, look, I could do it with my eyes closed. Because all I'm doing is I'm feeling where the screw is telling me it needs to go. Alright? No, already you're doing it wrong. There you go. There you go. Boom! See?
You didn't put it tight.
Keep going, keep going. Mm-hmm.
You have to put it tight so it doesn't go wrong.
That's fine for now. Not too much torque. What you're doing right now is called torque. You don't put too much torque in it because you still want to be able to manipulate. What is manipulate? Move. Alright?
Then I'll have to do this.
Now come on this side and do this side now.
Or is this for something else?
Same screw. Nothing's changed. Yeah, do it 3 more times.
And then
And that's the next one. Put it down. Put it down. Don't worry. Put it down. And go on to the next. Nope. Yep. Nope. How? How? Think about it. Yes. On this side. Same thing. Find wherever the screw hole is and make sure that it goes in.
it's here.
Yeah, up, the other way. The other way. The other way. Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Look at me. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. So if you turn this way,
I don't know, I think it's too tight.
go. Come on. The gantry was leaning on it, so that's what I'm doing.
It's hard.
Because it's in the way. Got it. All right. So come on, you gotta keep going.
To get another one.
No. There you go. Don't just grab, you gotta look and see what you're grabbing. It goes right here.
Oh,
Good job. See? Now your fingers, that's called muscle memory. Now you're feeling, and it's like, oh, quick.
all done.
Next one. I'll help you out. This isn't how you obviously do it. It's good to leave the machine settled and work on it versus lifting and moving, because then you can make the gantry loose, you can make something else loose.
Where's the next one?
The next one, so you see one here,
So it's
No. No, 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 no. Sit down. Front.
it was one right there.
Exactly.
This is fun.
It's work.
Okay.
I gotta grease her up.
Is there a next one? Or that's it?
The screws, so far, you're done. This is for the filament holder. This is what I love about this machine. So far, from previous experiences, is missing screws. On this one, they give you extra screws. So if you, bonehead, lose one, which I did, they have an extra one there for you. And then on top of that, not one extra nozzle, 2 volcano nozzles. And what are these called again? Allen keys. Allen keys. Or hex.
You know, I can do this. It's always the same size right
So we got that out of the way.
here. Size doesn't matter. Not really.
Now, how do you want the filament holder? Do you want it like this?
Uh,
Or do you want it like this?
can I put it?
That's what I'm asking you. How do you want it?
So it goes right here.
No. It goes up, vertical. But look, what I'm saying is, you see this design? Do you want this like that, or do you want it like that? Like that? Okay. You had one before. Where's the other one? Right here.
If I put it back, it would be so the other one.
Put it in. You gotta twist it. Okay?
That's
There you go. Like, cool. You had it. No. There. That's it. Because what you were doing is you were putting it on and then taking it back off. Right. Now put these on the bottom. One at a time.
I need a
Sit.
I need a key thing. I need a key.
The key. What? Don't say key thing. That's lazy. What's it called? And if you don't know,
Central key.
Allen key. Central. All right. And then you gotta pick the right Allen key for the screw head. The other way. Because you don't want to put it like this. Look, that's not how you put it. Bring it up. So that means that the screw has to come in from.
I already knew this one was. I already put them on and tested them.
Alright, good. But how does the screw have to go in?
Along the side.
You're doing the wrong thing again. How is the screw supposed to go? Think about it. If it has to go on top like this. There you go. That's called problem solving. You have to be able to envision it in your brain. Like, oh, I see baby Grogu. There you go. And then you also need a T clamp. I'm not editing that out. Come on, keep going. Focus. And then you gotta put the T clamp on the bottom. Come on. This is, you need to grab this. Come on. You need to attach this to that, is what I've been telling you. Yes. There you go. Now you gotta do one more. Now you gotta do one more. You have to do one more.
too loose.
I know. That's why I said, where do you want it lined up? Now you take the Allen key and tighten it. Now hold it. There you go. See? From practicing on these 4 screws, now you have muscle memory, and already you're lining up the Allen key. I know, it's tedious because you have to do it fast. You want me to do it? I think it came off, that's fine. I don't think it's the right size. It's not the right size for you. That's why I'm just spinning. It looked like it too. Go here. Because I'm like, you should have been done by now. On the next one.
How do we get it out?
Let me get it in. You have to tighten the next one. I didn't take it away from you. I was saying, look.
Can I remove this? Can I remove
This is why we don't get a pet, because I know that's what's gonna happen. One day she's gonna hand me the leash and then the dog is mine. No! Nope, no pets.
Can I remove this?
Yeah. That is a screen protector. Don't be silly, because you can damage it.
I use a screen protector from my phone because my mom's phone.
The machine is literally assembled. It took us this long because daddy, daughter, but if you focus on just building it, you can have this thing up and running in 15 minutes.
Or 7. How do you take these things off?
This, hang on. This I want to do for you because it's hard. I hurt my nail doing it the first time I did it. Why do I like the build plate? Most companies ship these clamps. There's actually laying around. These clamps, but they're so large that they literally can take anywhere from 5 to 15 millimeters away from your build plate on each axis. That's a lot. So if you have one that's 220, you're building on less than 200. That's not cool. But on this one, it's so minimal, it's about 5 millimeters. I can print out 230. Not much loss. See what I meant? That's how I let you try it. It's hard. Daddy's good. Careful. It gets harder. Don't let it go. Because you keep letting it go. Ow, ow, ow! You peeled my hairs. Oh. See, 3D printing injuries. You see the hairs? She did it.
Wait, do you want to glue things in here?
No. We have to take this off also.
Sorry that I took your baby hairs off. Can I see it? Where are the hairs?
Come on, are you gonna take this off? There, keep going. Focus.
What else did they do? For this?
Careful. Because you got a printer going over there, you're shaking the scissors. Perfect.
Okay.
Throw that out in the can.
No one took any hairs off it now.
Okay, this ribbon cable I'm gonna connect for you, but go ahead and take this off. All right?
Easy.
Now take this off. What did I say? Now take this off. this one. Shaking the table. Careful. Alright? I'll throw that out.
Ew.
These out.
Look at that. That's so funny.
Yes, we'll talk to that first. See you dropping stuff. Okay. Ha! Landed in my shoe. Alright, come on, focus. Hurry up.
This is
Focus.
disgusting.
You gotta focus. You gotta focus. I'm glad they got you this brand.
Look. And then
And if you guys go to my Facebook page, Dope God 3D, or Instagram, you'll see pictures of the bed leveling columns or the bed springs, whatever you want to call them. And you'll see that the ones that are stock on, they, what are we on? And what do we have to be careful? Exactly. Go ahead. Do what you've been doing. You'll see that the springs are literally about 5 millimeters thicker than what the standard ones that come with the Creality. All right.
you want me to throw this out?
Yeah. Now, the ribbon cable, it's straightforward putting it in. The reason why I didn't have her do it, it's very delicate. That's the one drawback. It's very delicate. It doesn't have a clamp. So it's one of those things, if you get it wrong, thank God they have a spare. But if you get that spare wrong, now you gotta wait even longer to buy another or see if support will send you another. But you have to be very careful putting it in, but you also have to be sure when you hold it, hang on, you're in front of the camera. When you hold it, to hold it on the thick portion of the cable and very close to the front. Don't push it in from here. You're gonna bend it and break it. You're gonna bend it and break it, bend it and break it. As close to the front as possible. So that's in. Large. And then I gotta lower this. Look. Then I have to lower the Z in order to get the ribbon cable for the Z.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Right. You may. Now on this one there is a clamp. And there it is. So I have the cables in for the X-axis and the Z-axis. So this one ribbon cable controls the hot end, the extruder, the filament runout sensor, the part cooler, and also the hot end cooler. Sorry, hot end cooler right here. Now this machine, I've had it for about a month now, stock. Everything I've printed on it has been flawless. There's people in the group that are already making modifications for the part cooler that is phenomenal. I'm talking about overhangs close to 60 to 65 degrees. I mean, that's beast. For me, I don't have anything like that. But anything that I have printed, the King Kong, Goku, Grogu, the crosses, parts from my other printers, so far, flawless. All right, it's actually at the point where it can be plugged in. I don't know if it came in already. Oh, no, I didn't. All right, the next step to check is to make sure the voltage is set to 115. And it is. All right. The other thing is the hot and loose. No, it is not. Is the bed loose? Whoop, there it is. Yes, it is. So we have to make sure we have to tighten it. So on the double-sided straight wrench, it'll have a small and a large. It'll have an 8mm and a 10mm. We're gonna use the 10mm. And we're gonna go for the eccentric nut that's on my left side, your right side. There it is, the shaking went away. And what I like to do is I like to spin the wheels to see if they'll move. All right, what I'll do is I'll push on the bed this way. And if the wheel has tension, I did good. I'm gonna do it to the one in the front. I can spin the wheel. See how I'm spinning the wheel and the bed isn't moving forward and backward? I'll do the same trick on the back. I'm pushing on the bed a little bit, not much pressure, just a little bit. And look, any movement I make on the wheel shows movement on the bed. On the front, not so much. So I have to tighten that eccentric nut. Still recording? Perfect. Ooh. Right off the bat, all I had to do is just like one turn. Look, that's 1 to 1. That's 1 to 1. Perfect. When it came, the bed was loose. So what I was telling them was, I had to make sure that the eccentric nut, which is these 2 bolted nuts here on the left, were tight. And when they move, I like to put a little bit of pressure on the bed and push away. Why? When you're taking the bed, you're moving it in this direction, anything that's connected with it is moving in that direction as well. So that, in theory, is moving the pulley wheels away from the 220 by 20 guides, and it tells me whether or not the wheel doesn't have enough friction or tension. I want it to have just enough to where the wheel isn't freeloading, but it has, you know, connection with the guides, because if not, this one did it. This was my fault. And you can tell because the bottom, see how ugly it looks? It wasn't leveled well. And it came out in the print. It transfers. So with doing that, you see layer shifts. So by getting it just right, I'm talking about, oh man.
I think we forgot something. Yes. What are they?
Look at the camera.
What are they?
So these are end caps. You're absolutely right. We did forget it. Good pointing it out. We put the end caps here. Yes. The reason why they're there is, say you're putting filament up, you're not going to get scraped and cut. Your filament isn't going to get stuck on it because now it's not a rigid edge.
This is the most important part then.
Hey, what are we on?
Okay, well,
Exactly. And what's printing? If you can't do without shaking, ask for help.
we made it.
You're on a tape. You were just about to do it again.
There's no extra.
All right, so come on. We got to put the filament on.
Okay. What's this?
Do your trick. Do your trick. Christmas.
Throw this away.
When you're opening that, you don't have to be pretty. And you see, I didn't shake the table.
Done.
Even easier, ready? I think you were gonna get it. You said easy, get it.
I got it.
Not that easy.
I want to do this one now.
I know, but that is enforced tape. Here. It doesn't break easy. It's meant to be that way. Just leave it. Come on. After that. This right here is the extruder. All right, go ahead and turn it on.
Got it.
Turn it on. Turn it on. Is it powered on? Is it powered on? Is it powered on?
Yeah.
All right. Is the fan spinning? No. How about this one here? And you're putting it back to the camera. Right. On this side. Oh, wait, go on that side. No, wait, come on this side. Oh, wait, go on that side. Wait, come on this side. All right, is the fan spinning?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that means it's powering on. All right, so we got this ribbon cable in. It's clamped.
What is it?
In other words, are the two pieces connected? Does it look loose?
It looks okay.
All right.
Just a little crooked. This side.
Yeah. Maya, Momich. And how about here?
Good.
Okay, so now we're gonna hit auto home.
So, oh no.
No. Tool. Home. All.
What is it gonna print?
Get back to the camera. Right now it's homing. Do me a favor, stop killing it. You're distracting me. So right now what it's doing is it's auto homing. It's making sure that everything, like all the access switches are working. The nozzle goes to its starting position. And we make sure that it's not too close and it doesn't break the glass bed.
What is it gonna print? Just the key?
What do you mean print? All we did was auto home. We didn't hit print. All we're doing right now is making sure that all the axes work. Wow, that's perfect. All right, now we have the SD card, and you can take the SD card and place it in the machine and print from it. And the reason why I need you to stop distracting me with that, remember, that is autistic, right? So too many things going on makes me forget what I'm doing, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be here for 4 hours talking to them about this. SD card, the little SD card that's right here.
I know where it goes.
You have to be very careful. No, you were right. Don't force it in there. Yeah, you never jam anything into anything. Okay. Now, take back. Get back. There you go. Get back. And then printing. What's on the SD card?
1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, and then code.
Oh, right there. What does that say?
S.
Test mark. All right. Hang on.
Oh, you gotta get the film.
Yay! All right.
Can I take this off now?
No. Come here. Now, we need to go back. So the back is to the camera. Go to auto load. Nope. Isn't it working?
Setting.
So I'm looking at it backwards. Oh, that's right. Filament. And put load. And hit. What does it show? It's heating up? Yep. All right. So what did we just do? She's gonna load the filament onto the machine. From this menu screen, she went to printing, filament, load. Now it's heating up to 200 degrees Celsius. That's hot, folks. And then once it hits 200 degrees Celsius, it's gonna give her a cue to start loading the filament. No. No. What is it at so far? 139. All right. I didn't do anything yet. I'm just guiding it. So when it says ready, it's there. Where's the nozzle on yours different? Yours has a different nozzle. Ooh, I like it. Are you reading the front? Because I'm not.
It says confirm.
Okay. Yes, hit confirm. Is it doing it? Yep, encrypt. Yep. You feel it going down?
Oh.
It's weird, right? Don't put pressure on that, because remember, you're going to be fighting that motor that's trying to do its job. Your nozzle's bigger than mine. I like your nozzle.
Confirm.
Yes. Let's see. Did we get filament come out? Oh yeah. Let's hit load again, because that is green. What we're seeing is green filament. No, it's not mine. This wasn't pre-opened before. I guess from the manufacturer when he did a test print, I guess coincidentally it was green. But hit confirm. That's load, right?
It's green. No.
And then once this is done, let's go ahead and print that cube.
Why is it coming out? Why was it green?
Did you not hear me talk to the audience? You didn't hear anything I just said? Wow, okay. When they pre-build this machine, they have to test it first. Coincidentally, they were using green. And then they tested it, it worked, they shipped it out, and now we're cleaning it up. Toss this, please, if you don't mind, princess. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so now that it's done, hit confirm, hit back, back. Don't play with these straight shoes. These things cut the quarters. Down, Q, confirm.
That looks good.
So on the, your back is to the, so on the SD card, there was already a testing cube. We're gonna go ahead and print that file. I've never printed anything like that. When I buy my stuff, it's to print what I want, because I already have some experience. But right now we're gonna test print the cube and see how it goes. And then, once we level it and have it printing, we'll disconnect and go have lunch with our family. Come on. Let's see. Oh, it puked.
Yeah.
Is it all on the side?
Yeah. That's why I got the thing so I can let me see it so I can go down.
It's like a booger.
I can keep this.
Put it on your nose and go to the camera. Right there, right there. It's too close. Now move to the right. Right here. Yep. Now put it on your nose. It came with free boogers. Yeah, let's go. Oh, I can't take a picture. It's on the camera. Don't throw it out. Put it right here. I'll take a picture. Just toss it.
You know what? I'm not gonna
Man, this thing is just beast. Look at it.
toss it.
This thing is just beast.
I have a booger on me.
Now, the other thing that's good about the group, there's already members in there that are tweaking the firmware because it's legitimately open source. They don't claim it open source. It is open source. And I don't know if you guys follow the Ender 3 Gyre's firmware, Gyre's UI. Guess what? He got a hold of one, and he has the vanilla Marlin out there for it, which I'm going to install on mine. The only reason why I haven't done it in the last month is it's the only printer that's been running faithfully for me. My Sunloos died, my Box Labs with the HC32 chips died. Now they have the Eclipse program that you can download so you can start tweaking the firmware and messing with the machine again. You know? I did that by itself. Oh no, turn it off. That's fine. Just turn it off. My computer wants to go password. So what does it do now? While it's heating, I'm impatient. The way that I have my Cura 4.11 set up, I have it to where the hot end and the hot bed heat up at the exact same time. So that way, you know, I don't have to wait for the hot bed to heat up 5 minutes. Then the hot end to heat up for 3 minutes. Then the firmware to say, oh, they're both heated up, do its spin, and then start the print. No. Once they both hit Q, does its line, and it goes. And then my line is only about like an inch. So it's what, 20 millimeters? I know some people have the whole build plate. That's how I purge. Man, that's a lot of filament you're going through at the end of the year, buddy.
I don't know your
Good. You don't need to know my password. James Bond doesn't even know my password.
because he doesn't know you.
Look at that. And that's 5% info.
Wait, you printed this?
No. I just love how small they are and how powerful they are. I mean, they use legitimate maker-based parts, so it's not, they're not suffering from a chip shortage. That's number one. It's fully open source. They don't claim it to be open source. I haven't leveled it. This is raw. The chair got stuck to my belt loop. Wow, that's too far from the bed. Mama, you see how far it is?
No. Probably because you forgot these.
Those are extra. It's not leveled. So what we do is we move these knobs right here to push the bed up to the closer to the nozzle. And it's printing a brim. It's printing a brim.
Why did I print this?
Well, I got it leveled. I'm sorry my back is to you folks. Now it's level.
He doesn't really like putting his back to people.
I don't.
He said that to be rude.
I wonder why he's printing a brim. But that's how quickly I was able to level it. On the fly. What is this?
Daddy.
You broke your booger. What time is it? Alright folks, I'm gonna stop the video here. I'm gonna let it print. I'm gonna go have lunch with my family. And when we come back, we'll show pictures on my Facebook and my Instagram, my Tumblr. I don't know why he's printing a brim. But this is Chapu from DopeGod3D signing out. Come on, Mamach. And at DopeGod3D, we like to say there's always one love. All right, folks. God bless and take care.
Hold on.